Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make an informed decision. And that's definitely the case with this video, and it was also the case yesterday. Now, yesterday, I did a video that there was another ISO20022 Crypto token that no one was talking about. And that token is Cosmos, Atom, right? Now, when I sent that video, I woke up this morning. I had a lot of messages basically saying that I didn't know what I was talking about and to prove it to them. Well, I don't mind proving stuff, but to me, it's like just go down your own rabbit hole and spend that time. However, I went back down the rabbit hole and started sending some people some messages of where I had uncovered that. Well, fortunately and unfortunately for me, that led me down a long, I don't know, 7-hour rabbit hole. But I have some wealth of information and a newfound knowledge that absolutely blows me away. I'm guessing it's going to blow half of you guys away unless you're a developer. Now, that being said, I'm not 100% that I have this right, but I've, having to talk to developers and go into their forums and read way too much paperwork. I think I got it figured out. Guys, this is the type of research I have zero interest in. I'm the kind of guy that wants to listen to a podcast of someone that is highly knowledgeable, that I can verify that they know what they're talking about and I can use their information. I don't like having to read, 300 pages to figure out one sentence. It drives me insane. That is not what I'm all about, but that's what I've been doing today. But I think I have found some pretty, informative information that we can all use. Because, guys, it all comes down to look, I could care less if I'm right. I just want to be correct in my thinking. I want to have the information I need to make an informed decision. That's how I live my life, but definitely when I deploy my money. I want to know good, bad, or ugly, and then I'll decide how much and when and how and all that stuff. And that's what I try to provide to you guys. So if you hear me say something that you disagree with, but you know I'm wrong, by all means correct me. If it just doesn't sound like right to you and you have no idea, leave it alone, guys. But I highly encourage you, if you're like a developer and you're listening to this, please subscribe and comment often. Maybe even send me a link so we could chat, or your Twitter account or whatever. Because, guys, I would much rather ask a developer a question instead of having to spend hours and hours and hours to try to figure it out. Because, guys, I don't, I'm not a techie guy. That is not what I shine in, and I have no interest in it. That being said, I've got two more tokens that are ISO certified or compliant, whatever you want to call it. However, here's the information I got from going down this rabbit hole. Being that Cosmos is ISO 20022 compliant, any token in that ecosystem can easily be deployed and turned into an ISO 20022 compliant token. And Kajira, which is a DeFi platform that sits on Cosmos and it has a liquidity hub, it is ISO 20022 compliant as well. And so is Evmos. Now, where I got this information, if anyone wants me to verify it, I'm not going to do it. Do your own homework, but I will send you where the information is. It is forum.cosmos.network/ISO. That should lead you to the link. Now, this is basically a hub for developers to have conversations about the Cosmos ecosystem. Somewhere that I have no interest in being. That being said, I think I got this right. This developer basically in this thread right here is talking about how he pretty much is an ISO 20022 compliant expert, how he loves financial institutions and that's his favorite coding and all that. We don't have a lot in common. However, he talks about Kajira, of how that Cosmos is ISO compliant, and we can easily do. He has like 3 scenarios of how to make Kajira compliant, and he talks about it. But guys, I don't understand what he's talking about, but I do understand. Like for instance, I just give you some of the wordage. It says in Cosmowasm contract-based DeFi activity, the execution logic can be achieved in more or less the same way. So basically, what he was talking about in that particular thread was, well, we could do it this way, we could do it that way, or we can just do it this way, just like we did it for Evmos and Ethereum. So from, if I'm getting this right, and let me clarify, if you are building on Cosmos, it's nothing, guys. I even clicked on what he said, how to do it, and when I clicked on it, it sent me to. He said basically you can, I guess, put events into the code. So basically, the example he gives is this right here, guys, and this doesn't tell me a lot. Just put that into your code, I assume. Anyway, I'm just joking around now, but my point is, guys, apparently it's not that difficult. I know I learned the hard way like this, that Ethereum technically is not ISO 20022 certified, for instance. But I did a video probably a month ago that said, you know, Ethereum is the CBDC winner, and they are. They are going to get the bulk as of now, or the lion's share of the CBDCs. And people are like, it's not even ISO certified, etc., etc. Well, as I went down that rabbit hole, I learned that through Quorum and Consensus or Chainlink, because those are all built on Ethereum, that I assume Ethereum goes through their gateway. Either way, I know it makes Ethereum equivalent to ISO 20022. So it literally is irrelevant. I know there are going to be CBDCs, for instance, on Ethereum. So as far as I know, all of this is factual, guys. I can't really verify it any more than that. But if you are a developer and I happen to be wrong, please fill me in. By all means, I'll be glad to make a new video. Anyway, guys, hopefully y'all found this informative. And the reason this is so important to me is I'm locked and loaded in all the ISO banking tokens that we were aware of, say, a couple of months ago, and I've been stacking. Well, it's a lot more competitive, as we know now, being that we just found out that, for instance, Chainlink is getting a huge portion of what's coming down the pipe with Swift, and no one was even talking about that, and no one knew that they were compliant. Well, now we know, and now there's a lot of compliant tokens, so it's very competitive. So unfortunately, whether we like it or not, for the guys like me who's been stacking those tokens like algorand and HBAR, XRP, XLM, all those, which I know we're going to be fine. I'm not selling mine. I know we'll be fine. However, we may not get that massive pump, and it's not a dead giveaway that we are going to get, you know, as much of that work as we thought. So anyway, when the banking reset happens, we'll all know. I'm not getting rid of my tokens, but I'm going to be a lot more selective of how much and which ones I start stacking. So for whatever that's worth, guys, let me know in the comment sections. I'm really curious what you guys think. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're trying to grow this community, and we really want you to be part of it. So hit that notification so you don't miss anything. And no matter what, guys, go ahead and hit that like button and come back. and be part of this community. Now, this isn't financial advice, but if you find a token that you like, get to stacking, guys. Take care.